Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. You are presenting with such a beautiful energy today. You are really, really masterful. There's someone that you're taking care of, or something that you are finally taking care of. It is about your creativity, your passion, your dream, your desires. Someone could be losing weight as well. If you've had a little bit of a double chin, I see that going down. Someone getting a really sharp chin is what I see. Someone cleaning up. Someone could be just shaving their chin, shaving their beard off. So having a whole new facial look because they're getting rid of their beard. Someone cutting their hair. Someone getting a bob, a serious chop. Or someone getting a wig, a lace wig. Someone getting a cosplay outfit. Something a little bit spicy, different coloured mascara or eyeliner or lip gloss. Someone getting a new piercing or a new tattoo or a new headpiece. Someone getting dressed up. Someone buying themselves wings. Wings to hang on the wall, wings to wear for cosplay or costume, someone buying a new instrument, someone buying a new drum, someone making some kind of ornament they've always wanted to make, someone making candles, someone making a cross symbol, like mosaic for the wall. Like I see a cross and I see it being lit up. So you could be someone could be creating a wall feature in their house, basically, where it's a Jesus cross or like the Star of David, but you're putting all these pieces together and making a massive feature wall, and something's lit up in the middle like a cross. So you could be making an altar or a mantelpiece with this gorgeous cross on that lights up, and all these other pieces of things that you really like. I think it's gorgeous. And then there's this energy of really coming out of hiding, coming out of hermit mode, coming out of hibernation and moving more in towards the light, because you're going to start showing the world what you're really made of now. See someone on social media really showing up with their gifts and abilities. It looks really, really cool, okay? Let's deep dive. The first card out is the Five of Swords, but I want to throw it away immediately and disregard it. But the Divine's giving me no. Five of Swords is here for a reason. We're keeping it because we want the Capricorn to know that they have really excelled through defeat, through trauma, through bullshit, through lies, through so much pain and trauma, through blockages. You've had to let some people go. 2 people go. You could have had to move out or kick people out of your home. End relationships with 2 people specifically. You could have lied to 2 people for a long time about what you were going through and dealing with. You could have stolen from 2 people. You could have chosen to use 2 people. Either way, whatever this awkward energy is, 10 of Swords is coming out. And it's saying it's done. You betrayed someone, someone betrayed you, you lied to someone, someone lied to you. Either way, there was this back and forth energy that wasn't healthy and wasn't good. Hangman in the back of the mind. It created absolute stagnancy in your life for a window of time. Real blockages, real disaster, okay? Not only that, Queen of Swords is coming out here, and it's showing me more than anything else. You were really, really cold, icy, cutting, withdrawn. You normally say a lot less. You just speak with conviction and truth. You had no choice. Whoever you've been living with or dealing with, that's kind of been the main issue here. You've been blocked. You've been really stagnant in life. You've been really, really in your head. 7 of Cups here. You're really, really, really in your head in the past. 9 of Swords also coming out here in the future. I want to clarify that just so we know. And King of Wands is coming out with it. It looks like someone's worried about you, or you're worrying quite excessively about your appearance and how you're showing up. Yeah? For me, considering I already spoke about the hairstyles and the chin and the wigs and the environment, it looks like you're stressing a lot about your home environment, how you look, but how your house looks, how people are showing up to see you, how you're presenting to them. If you're a social media influencer, then once again, that's another alarm bell of really trying to be perfect and get things going in the right way. and look a certain way is the point. But with the Chariot energy and the Death card, done. I can't do that anymore. I can't overgive anymore. I don't need excess anymore. 2 people that were around you could have been draining your money, draining your finances, draining your, I want to say home insurance. I want to say whatever was going on, whoever was in your home, if you had home insurance, they were actually damaging that insurance, because there's rules you have to follow for that insurance, and they were outside of the remit of that. So if there's too many people that live in your house and you don't report it, you can get in trouble. If they're using electrical equipment or devices or things that relate to fire or home damage that may not be covered on the insurance, so you've got to consider stuff like that, issues around that, really interestingly. So you had to really end something, a connection. And now, because of that, Wheel of Fortune, amazingly, destiny's coming out for you. I'm going to go straight in with a double up and get clarity, because this is fascinating. Because out now, I want you to know as well, if you're still here, well done, hit the like, because what I've identified so far in the reading is quite a lot of swords. Yeah? So I've said 5 of swords, 10 of swords, 9 of swords, and the 7 of cups. That's not nice energy, guys. So if you stuck it out and you didn't turn off and punk out, well done you, because the reward's about to arrive. And that's what you should know about your life too. You didn't punk out on yourself and fucking get into bed and just stay there and be a fucking depressive. You got up and you kept moving through this, and you dealt with this fucking issue, and as a result things are turning around, because now, on top of the 5 of swords, Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginning here. On top of that, Queen of Pentacles. You're kicking that betrayal in the arse, and you're standing in your truth. You're sitting in your truth. Your money's going to get better. Your ideas and your dream and your creative vision and whatever you want to build and manifest in your life as an influencer, as a businessman, as a businesswoman, as a hairstylist, as a makeup artist, as an interior designer. Yeah? Someone who creates amazing stuff. In my head, I'm getting the vision of that shop. What's it called? It's a very British shop. In my head, I'm getting B&M. Is it B&M? I think so. But someone may go to B&M and buy loads of random home decor pieces, and then kind of turn it into something. Turn it into like home hampers or gift bags or something like that. Could be a business idea as well. But or you could be creating a setup for your studio, or like in my head, like tarot reading channel, or whatever your content is, because it looks like a really spiritual sanctuary where you do readings and you connect with people. So if that is the case, it's a beautiful little den or nook or corner where you can just manifest and create the life you want for yourself. Some of you, that's a full-blown like YouTuber studio and den for business, office space, whatever it is. But there's a real spiritual influence for some of you guys, and some of you guys, that's the nail salon or a nail area within your home, right? Some of you, that's the getting the perfect chair as a hairdresser. You need the right chair that you put your foot on and it pumps up, so your clients can really get their hair washed properly. You're getting all the facilities you need. I'm connecting with a gorgeous collective of Capricorns, all of you doing something really, really different, but it's your skill set. Yeah, from hairstylists to tarot readers and creative visionaries to influencers to really gorgeous advocates across the board. Really nice energy coming through for Capricorn today. Really strong collective showing up. Thank you. Not only that, with the Hangman and the 2 of Wands, you've been stuck a really long time trying to work through this. On top of the Queen of Swords as well, with the Hermit, it's like you've just been going within, but it's making you colder and more bitter and resentful, because you just can't seem to, I guess, connect with anyone on a higher level, right? When you evolve and you go on a spiritual journey, even down the influencer route, that you can be a social media influencer, not spiritual at all really in your mind, right? But you're on a unique journey. So sometimes you can only relate to another influencer who's really been out here influencing and doing the damn thing. Yeah? And if you're a micro-influencer as well, and you haven't got massive following, but you've been living that life and you've been out here in the field doing it nonetheless without going viral, then you're still one of those people. And you need to relate to someone who has low numbers but's been in the game long enough to really get you and what you've been through. So it's worth understanding what your characterization is and what your life is like, yeah? Because, for example, for me, I've been really sharing my stories lately with the earth signs. But worth noting is for years and years and years. Even when I worked back in education at my earliest days, right? From any time I've had a phone, I've always been online. I've always been taking photos of myself. I've always been posing. I've always been making canvas, like different kind of pictures and posts. I've always been designing stuff. That's naturally who I am. When I worked in education, I used to design whole rooms and environments for the children. Like, I create experiences and displays and turn rooms into experiences, turn empty spaces into innovative play spaces. So as you grow, those skills grow with you. So you guys are creating these gorgeous environments in your home and in your workspaces, or innovating other people's homes. Some of you could be party hosts as well, I get. Like making balloon arches and decorating tables and making cakes, and someone could not make cake but decorate cake. Yeah, so there's always ways around the crafts that you can do. There's a lot of influencers like that who are coming up, who's got millions. An influencer who doesn't make cake but buys the cake from the store plain, or just fully iced, and then decorates it with flowers, decorates it with some random pieces they got online, and they're making big money from it and getting big sales and going viral as well. So there's ways around it. You haven't got to be perfect in every aspect of what you do. You just got to find what's right for you and go with it and be consistent with it. And you've got to love what you do to keep going, regardless if you're getting the money or the journalism, I want to say, because some of you guys could be doing it for, or could be journalists, or be doing it to make it to the big time, which is get on TV in some way, shape or form. You know, and there's no judgment here. I say the big time because for me, it's a bit like a lot of people strive for the big time, but the big time is the now moment. The big time is really being happy with what you have right now. That's the big win. The big time is valuing time right now, you know? I love tarot reading. I love doing this with you here right now. This is the big time for me because I'm having a great time and I'm happy. And I'm talking and I'm great at talking. I love talking. So let me utilize and do what I love and have fun with it. And that's what I see for Capricorn. It's gorgeous, okay? With the 7 of Cups and the Queen of Cups on top of that, in the past, you've spent ages mastering your emotions. For you to have the Queen of Swords and the the Queen of Cups, it really shows that you have been mastering elements. This is your power seat. It's the swords and the cups, the emotions and the intellect that really make you a power player in this. Interesting with the 9 of Swords in the future and the King of Wands. Okay. If you are dating someone and moving into a relationship, I do see issues there. I'm not going to lie. I hate doing predictive readings coming out here, okay? This isn't for anyone specific. These are not personal readings. Do not take this personally. This is a general reading on YouTube. I do not know you personally, okay? 9 of Swords, King of Wands, the Devil. Worry about a masculine energy that is presenting as toxic. And there's a lot of emotions wrapped in this because of the King of Cups. There is a new beginning here. Listen to this. If you're getting into a new relationship at this time, Capricorn, there's worry because you don't want to present as toxic, or you don't want to carry those toxic traits forward. You have to trust in yourself not to present as the old version of self. You have to trust that the 7 of Cups version of you and the Queen of Cups version of you from the past are now healed, and you're not a wounded masculine or a wounded feminine, and that you can move into this King of Cups energy and have a new relationship and connection. It may also be worth listening to the Taurus reading, because I spoke lengthily in there about not being a conformist, basically, and letting go of perfectionism. If you've got a new person that you're seeing and dating, perfectionism out of the window, trying to look beautiful and fantastic and King of Wands-esque, which is presenting on the outside of just this gorgeous, fantastic, like, you don't need to wear Fendi, you don't need to wear Gucci, you don't need lip fillers, you don't need a tan, you don't need a perm, you don't need a facelift, you don't need, like, someone's already getting a new hairstyle and shaving off their beard, or losing weight in their face and getting a sharp chin. Maybe someone could even be thinking about chin surgery. I don't know with you guys sometimes, but the truth of the matter is, the material version of you, I think you're scared of the material version of you, because initially I thought it was another person, but it's you worrying about how that other person's going to look at you physically and see you, and if they're going to want you, and if they're going to be attracted to you. Don't be fearful, because what this person's going to be most attracted to, and what looks like the most beautiful blessing of all for you, is what you went through in the past with the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups. The emotions that you've been through over the last year, the last 6 weeks as well specifically, they're preparing you for a more honest, integrous relationship. A loving connection that maybe you haven't had in ages, because you're really showing up as you. So you've got to stay committed to your yin and yang and being honest. Don't lie in the relationship. Don't force it in the relationship. And the most beautiful thing that you can say if you're moving into a new relationship and it's a little bit premature because you know you're coming out of some heavier stuff you've been through in life, then commit to being the person who has those conversations and says, I don't really know who I am at this point, I'm just diving into me now. I've been through some stuff. I'm discovering who I am. I'm not too sure if I'm this way or that way. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that whilst I get to know you, I'll also get to know me in this experience, yeah? Be vulnerable enough to own that narrative. That's important, yeah? And that's advice for me too. I'm really acknowledging the journey I've been on, and we go through spiritual ups and downs, and we're building businesses, and we're here, there, and everywhere. And in those moments, it's like, whoa, I've got to remind myself that when I do go out and date or connect with other people again and start connecting, I've got to really let them know, this is new for me. I'm feeling it out with you. So ask me the questions and I'll give you the best I've got to give back. But this is somewhat out of the norm for me, because I've been a hermit. I've been in hermit mode, I haven't been dating. I haven't been overgiving. I haven't been excessively networking like I used to in the past. I've spent a long time within. So your bet is as good as mine here. Yeah? That's integrity. That's gorgeous. That's the way. And to have the Four of Wands with the Chariot and then the Death card with the Three of Pentacles, it's just saying commit to this and keep building. Keep building your sense of self. Keep building your confidence. Ace of Swords coming out with the Eight of Pentacles as well. Keep going this way. And then Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands. Wow, that's awesome. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Wands, bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. It's letting me know that Capricorn, you have definitely been in really, really heavy energy, okay? And we identified that with the early cards too, didn't we? But it's confirmation of the only way we get rid of this burden is we go through it. Yeah, because if you keep committing with the Four of Wands, you keep building with the Three of Pentacles, and you keep putting the work in with the Eight of Pentacles as well, then you're going to let go of all of the burdens that you're destined to. And it's going to open up all of these secret passages to your destiny. Because God gives you difficult lessons for a reason, and you've been going through hell for a reason. Something amazing is coming for you because of this. God's been preparing you heavy as fuck for this. You're incredibly lucky, incredibly gifted, incredibly switched on. I've never seen the Ten of Wands show up with a Wheel of Fortune like that, and it's screaming, wow, this person is going to overcome all of these burdens, and they are going to unlock a whole new passage in their life, and your life's going to be so much more magical, so much more purposeful, so much more bright. I'm not capping. I'm not trying to win you over. There's no need for me to. Do you get what I mean? If your life was shit, I would tell you. Right? So if you don't believe, you don't believe. I'm sorry. If you have a lot of negative self-talk and you've been cursed by negative self-talk, go back and listen to the earth sign reading I just done, because it's the most important earth sign reading I've ever put on the channel. I really spoke to some earth signs, including you, Capricorn, about that negative self-talk and not believing in this. All that's going to slow you down and and ruin your mind frame right now is your inability to believe that you can overcome this. Because I'm staring at the Wheel of Fortune, and I'm staring at the Ten of Wands, and I'm staring at the King of Cups, and I'm staring at the Ace of Pentacles. And they're saying as long as you commit to this and you keep building this and you keep working hard, you will indeed take all that pain, trauma and bullshit from your past and open up a whole new passage, a whole new career path, a whole new community, a whole new social group, a whole new revenue stream. Whatever this is you want that we spoke about, that you're building, it will work. But you can't stop and you can't give up and you can't talk to yourself negatively about it. You've got to keep believing. You've got to keep trusting. And you've got to let go of looking at yourself as the toxic energy or trying to be what the other person wants, because you are enough just the way you are. Your emotions are gold. The more that you share them, the more that you have those open-hearted conversations, the more that you own who you are and where you're at. And even if that is simply saying, I don't know who I am and where I'm at, that's enough. That's the gold. That's the light. That's the cure. That's the remedy. That's the through route that God has provided for you. A year from now, your life will be completely different if you commit, if you allow it to be, and if you trust in the divine. Trust yourself. Okay? Love and light, Capricorn.